So, Davina, why are there witches in the tragedy of Macbeth?
That's a good question, Ralph. And one big reason is that Shakespeare's new king, King James I, was fascinated by witches.
A good 15 years before becoming King of England, a 23-year-old James had sailed to Copenhagen to marry a Danish princess. While on the continent, James learned all about a growing peril to Christian civilization: witchcraft.
In modern times, we think of witches as fairy tale cartoon characters. But this wasn't the case in 16th century Europe. Back then, witches were seen as real. They were people, mostly women, who made a pact with the devil and received magical powers to do the devil's work.
They could create storms, kill livestock, cast lethal spells, and conjure up the spirits of the dead to foresee the future.
Most intellectuals of the time were convinced of the existence of witches, a belief given credence by an Old Testament story in which King Saul consults a witch who conjures the spirit of the dead prophet Samuel in order to predict the outcome of Saul's upcoming battle with the Philistines.
There's another biblical passage about witches, and this one would have dire consequences. Thou shalt not suffer a witch to live.
During a 150-year period, which included Shakespeare's lifetime, approximately 60,000 people across Europe were put to death as witches.
When King James was returning to Scotland with his Danish bride, his ships encountered a horrific storm and were almost sunk. An accusation was made that a Scottish noble had conspired with a band of witches to create that storm.
What followed was the first witch hunt in Scottish history. Over 70 people were implicated, and many of them were killed. At least one of the accused was brought to the king's palace, where he personally oversaw her torture and execution.
King James became obsessed with witchcraft. He even wrote a book describing the appearance and behavior of witches and argued to eradicate them. Over the next century, an average of 30 people per year were executed for witchcraft in Scotland.
So for a lot of Shakespeare's audience, including his new king, witches weren't make-believe. Witches were very serious business.
So does that mean that Shakespeare thought witches are real? We can't really know for sure.
But he is very careful to write his play in a way that allows us to ask the question, who's responsible for the tragic outcome? The Macbeths or the witches?